Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another great episode of Bahrain Now, your source of local initiatives and happenings. I'm your host, Bara Abdallah, here to walk you through our exciting lineup of segments and personalities from around Bahrain as we continue our festive celebrations with some of the country's greatest talents and initiatives. So don't go away, we'll be right back. Ladies and gentlemen, we unite and come together as one when it comes through art, expressing love and unity with one another. These students have spread their love and appreciation to the people of Bahrain through their beautiful artwork. We have the students from Bahrain International School and their art instructor, Mr. Jess, to talk about their beautiful art pieces and the meaning behind them. Well, good evening. How are you?
Good evening, sir.
Fine, thank you.
Great, great. It's great to see you again, Mr. Jess. You know, we can't have enough of you, that's for sure, and your beautiful art. So a lot is happening here, you know, art and expressing your love with art and through art and all of this. So a little bit about yourself, Nadine, if you don't mind.
My name is Nadine. I'm 14. I'm in the 9th grade. I like art and learning about different cultures.
Amazing, amazing. Hashem?
My name is Hashim. I'm 14 years old. I'm in Bahrain International School, Bahrain, and I like swimming.
All right, I wish I can swim. Maybe one day we can give me some classes, right?
One day.
Let's go, man, let's go. Mr. Jess,
Yeah.
again.
Good evening to all of you. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mr. Jess Ramos Tejada. I am their art teacher for grade 9. At the same time, I am also an IBDP Visual Arts of the same, from Bahrain International School, Bahrain.
Amazing.
Welcome back again.
Well, again, welcome back again, Mr. Jess. I mean, definitely, you've been a very good educator when it comes to art, and in the way you've been expressing your passion and love, and then transcending and conveying the message to the students through generations is something we should say thank you for. So, salamat po, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right, so now how did you guys survive with your art through the pandemic? I would like to start with Nadine.
I would just practice it and take it as a hobby. Like every day I would draw something or paint something, just for fun and to cope with stress. Yani.
Wow, wow. So it was more like therapy at this point. Definitely. Hashim.
Well, it was hard because you don't have someone to help you, to guide you with what you have to do, like Mr. Jess. So yes, I think it's better in school because there's someone to watch you and help you with what you're doing.
Okay, and how long have you been doing art for?
I think grade 2.
So you were like around 7, 8?
Yes.
Oh wow, so it's been a long time now.
Yeah.
Awesome. And Nadine?
Since I was 7.
7? So 7 years. Wow, wow. It's been a long time, definitely. So, sir, as an art educator, as you see your students, I would say your mentees at this point.
Yeah.
So, seeing them coping with what happened in the last 2 years, what is your perspective?
Well, sir, I was really overwhelmed with the amount of enthusiasm from the students right after the hiatus of our society in battling the COVID-19. So after the pandemic, I've seen a lot of energies of, it's like they are getting out of their comfort zone.
Right.
From being stuck during the lockdown, I've seen them growing up, having the enthusiasm to, I want to paint, I want to do something creative. So I can see the passion of, it's not, I want to do it because I miss it. I miss learning. I miss the practical way of working with students. So I've seen a lot of positive energies, enthusiasm, and the eagerness to, I want to do something right after those, let's say abandonment of being locked down, staying at home, doing the online. That's it. I can see a lot of changes, sir. Changes from negative to positive.
Amazing, amazing. So As an educator right now, as you can see, your students pretty much learning a lot about art and how they can express themselves, the passion and love. Apparently, there's like a sense of unity coming together. Tell us more about that.
Well, when it comes to the unity, sir, I've seen the the collaborative because I always inculcate them to work not alone. You always have to work with someone beside you, whether let's say a friend or a classmate. So because during the lessons that I've been teaching them, when we start the classes, I was totally overwhelmed with a lot of enthusiasm. That's like what I told you a while ago. So when it comes to unity, sir, I can feel that they wanted to learn. They wanted to learn more. It's like a cocoon, a butterfly that goes out from the cocoon.
Right.
That they wanted to spread more of, expose them with a lot of opportunities in the creative and art design field.
Right.
That's why I think the good thing is that the school is offering them also the classes of art as not actually let's say it's something that gives them a way not to express for themselves and not also for learning theories of art and art movements, or say let's say art techniques, but more of expressing themselves. But I think that's actually the essence of having an art education in the society.
Oh wow! Oh wow! That was pretty. I would say very motivational. Well, if I would take this right now and ask Hashim, how do you feel about that unity with art?
I felt more comfortable drawing with my friends and getting some ideas from them, and some every person has different painting styles, like how you can use your hands, and yes.
Amazing, amazing. So being comfortable, feeling the strength of people around you is such a beautiful thing, right, Hashim?
Yes.
Amazing. Nadine.
I felt like I was encouraged to keep going by my friends and my classmates, and it was a great experience, yani. And like, cause I had people to do it with instead of just being locked up at home and just like by myself.
Wow, wow. And it means a lot, right, to be with your friends, to share the energy, to have an educator, and it all means a lot as a society base.
I think, sir, Mr. Abdullah, just to add with what they said, this is young learners, they miss a lot. That's why they don't want to engage, they want to collaborate aside from a single person. They want it to be more of engage, not only with the presence of a teacher, but with the presence of the regular people like the same age as them.
Right, right. That is very important, actually, what you said right now, to always be with the regular, to be with everybody else, just to get the feel of having a society around you for the whole sake of humanity, right? It's like it's all together for communication and just to feel the energy and the vibes. Now, we've been speaking about art a lot. How about you explain to me and you tell me the meanings behind your art here? Bahrain National Day, so let me know more about that.
So the one with the overlaying hands in relation to Bahrain National Day, Mr. Jess taught us a way, which is more than showcasing like symbols or flags, yani. We decided to do to the twist, which was using the overlaying of hands, but to show like the diversity of cultures, and the colors show the different nationalities in Bahrain and the solidarity of people in Bahrain.
Wow, wow, I can see that definitely. And in the beginning, I'm like, sometimes with certain paintings, it's hard to tell what's going on, but with your painting was pretty clear. Different cultures, it's the diversity of what's happening in Bahrain and showcasing the beauty of what's happening. Well, that is beautiful. Hashim, tell us more about your painting.
Well, for the faces, it's an artwork called Cubism. It's about the frontliners, the people of Bahrain, who sacrificed their lives during this 2 years pandemic, like the doctors, the firemen, the farmers, etc.
Oh wow! Oh, I mean, they sacrifice a lot, and something like this will definitely lift their spirit and encourage them to do even more and more. So, thank you for your expression, Mr. Jess.
Just to add with that, what these two learners taught us or shared with us. Well, aside from the topic of giving a twist for the Bahrain National Day, I told them like instead of showcasing like symbols or flags or traditions of Bahrain, like foods, like a sceneries of Bahrain. Why don't we choose, or let's make a different interpretation of the recent scenario of the worldwide nowadays? Why do you think Bahrain is one of the most leading country when it comes to combating the COVID-19? So they thought of doing the overlaying of hands as a part of their art activities slash with the theory of semi-abstract. Okay? Like what Nadine said, it's about the, it symbolizes different nationalities that that makes Bahrain a solid country.
Okay.
And then what also Hashim told under the Cubism, they just give appreciation for the frontliners.
Amazing.
So instead of doing the regular like symbols of Bahrain nationalism or the patriotism that showcase about the artwork, we made a twist of giving them. Why don't we put other the recent? We have to connect it from the recent scenario of the world.
Amazing. Amazing. I mean, it's limitless what we can do with art, right? How you can express your thoughts with the color, with the shape. It's just limitless. It's an amazing thing. Now, as we are here in the 21st century, right? And I want to know pretty much through art, how did you see yourself being developed as a person? I want to hear your thoughts, Nadine.
I saw myself developing as a person with because we had to go through multiple sessions and I had to learn patience because it took very hard work and a long process to finish the artworks, and also creativity.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I can see it pretty much, as your personality is being developed, and there's a lot of potential in you. So you hold on to that, definitely. Hashim.
When I realized that I was developing is when Mr. Just started signing me up for competitions that are beyond Bahrain, like out of Bahrain, and some are winning.
Okay.
And yes.
Wow, it's a lot, right? When you go compete and when you put your work out there from a hobby to actually, okay, now I want to see how far can my work go for and go at, and how much can I push my limits. It really brings something out of you, right?
Yes.
Literally out of your comfort zone. Well, Mr. Jess, as an educator, you see your students learning and developing. What's your perspective?
Oh, when it comes, because in the 21st century learners, I always like confront them with the challenge of, okay, think of something. Then when you think of something, you have to choose which is actually like you think that you can able to work at it.
Right.
That's why most of them, they created like the faces or the portraits of the frontliners. And then after that, they need to go a process. Where I always inculcate them, I always oriented them that art comes with process. So learning about this kind of thing, it gives them, I motivate them to be more curious about the process. And then I also taught them that art comes with let's say a journey. It's not like you create art just because you like it. You have to create art just because you want to do it.
You want to do it
from inside and then outside of telling that I have something, I think, beyond the theories or let's say the movement or the art movements that I've taught them. It's more of the process of the output, incorporating with the elements of art, the principles of design, the colors, and even the technique. That's why I thought during the time that I used to be teaching with them from the beginning of the year, September, they are eager more of why, Mister.
Right.
Asking why. Then from asking why, then you have to find out.
Okay.
Then that's the time I will going to help you out. What are the things that you can modify the style? For example, Cubism, most of them, sir, are new into art movements. Then some of them are actually open with a lot of art movement, like for example, surrealism, etching, the semi-abstractionism, and even pointillism. So at that time, sir, they are curious of learning what else can we make it more easier for them to adapt the process of the art making.
Wow, there's a lot going on, a lot of development. Okay, so let's end it with this right now. If you can give us one last word or advice, what would that be? Nadine?
Work for a cause, not an applause.
Work for a cause. I love that. Hashim,
Never give up.
never give up. Mr. Jazz.
I always also told them that art is not all about beauty,
Imperfect.
and it's not all about
Perfectionist.
perfectionism. Art is about self-exploring and it's a journey.
Okay.
It's a journey of learning that art is a process of, you know, getting to know yourself more rather than knowing, reaching the beauty of art or
Right.
perfectionism.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us on Bahrain Now today. Thank you so much for celebrating Bahrain National Day with us here on Bahrain TV. It's been a great pleasure.
Thank you, sir.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, never give up, work for a cause, and pretty much self-explore through art as a journey. All that took place right here with the interview on Bahrain Now.
somewhere prosperity.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Go Smart team from the University of Bahrain won third place in the second edition of the International Competition of Universities to Design Solar Homes, the Solar Decathlon Middle East 2021, organized by the Dubai Electricity and Water Authority in conjunction with the Expo 2020 Dubai. The outstanding team put together a great effort in designing and building their own solar home from scratch, while interrelating it with the 7 pillars of the Solar Decathlon Middle East 2020 organizations and organizing it with the following: sustainability, future and innovation, clean energy, mobility, smart solutions, and happiness. Let's watch the following video.
Welcome to our beautiful house. So we'll take you on a small tour through our house that us as students who have not only designed but also constructed and built. So welcome to the inside. This is our interior spaces. So first we'll be starting with our living room. So just to give you all a small brief about our house, it's a traditionally inspired courtyard house with a more modern take on it. So as you can see, we have little details of traditional elements that we try to add with a modern twist. One of the main ideas that we really wanted to enhance, and especially vernacular architecture, is the courtyard house. So we adopted the idea of the courtyard, not only in taking the idea of the light, but also we took the passive cooling which was used in the past. So as you can see, using this foldable door, it allows us to have this really nice connection between the indoor and the outdoor. This is our dining area. Our home is smaller than usual houses, so we did use flexible and functional furniture such as this table that can also extend, and it can fit more than 8 people in one table. So we will, through our tour, we'll show you how the house is flexible, how we can change functions of spaces. Moving on to the kitchen. In this
house, we wanted to make sure to pick energy efficient appliances to add to the overall idea of a net zero home. For example, we made sure that all of our appliances had an energy rating of 4 out of 5 stars and that they were also user-friendly. So for example, the fridge and the washer could be connected to your device and the user could start things remotely such as start a cycle or change the temperature of the fridge. In addition to energy-efficient appliances, we wanted to have a centralized automation system in the house that would allow the user to control certain things such as lights, AC, and even the water pressure. We believe that this would add to the overall ease and security in the house.
So this is our customized multifunctional room and cabinets that we have designed. So let me explain briefly the concept of this cabinet. So because we had to do a prototype house, which was hard to understand different type of families that live in the space. So in order for us to create a flexible house, what we created is it could be turning into an office, as you can see, or we can also move this office and move it and lock it upstairs, and then here we can unlock a bed, if you can see in the video. So because we, as I said, we try to understand different type of families. So whether you want an extra bed or a working space, this could definitely work. And if you have even more visitors, because this cabinet runs on wheels, we can move this full partition and stick it to the wall here, which gives a bigger dining area and closer to the kitchen. So let's move on to here. So here we have one of our art pieces that is done by one of our students and the guest toilet that is private. One thing that I really want to enhance in our house, if I may show you, is that we have rarely used any walls, but at the same time we did maintain the privacy that we are used to. So when you're in the living room, you cannot see what's happening here around the private spaces. So this is our bedroom. It has been done by our interior designers. We chose really light colors, comfortable colors. It is a very nice big room, again with some of the paintings done by our students. One idea that we have also used over here is this passive cooling. So if we open the windows, actually the windows don't fully open because we wanted to attract the northwest airs that can ventilate the area, that will also reduce our energy consumption of the ACs. So we'll be moving on to everyone's favorite place in this house, which is our beautiful courtyard. So as you can see, this courtyard is accessible from all the rooms, yet it really gives the sense of privacy, which was also an idea that happened a while ago. So what we wanted to enhance on is having a courtyard on the northern facade, because this attracts the cold winds, so it becomes really cold at night. And even what we wanted to do is that make sure that the courtyard is in the north, because it's usually shaded, while we have our south. In the south, we have our solar panels. So one of the ideas we wanted to use, but again modernize it somehow, is the idea of the dacha. As you can see, we have created a really nice informal sitting area around this, with hidden lights, LED lights on the bottom that creates a very cozy atmosphere. And we have used the idea of an air jacket to also cool down the seating while you're sitting even in the hot summer, along with the jahannamiya, one of the very well-known vegetations that is used in our country. Moving on to our roof structure, one of the main ideas that we had is to create a beautiful facade using native plants, as I said. So we have these hidden pots that are behind the parapet wall, that not only adds the element of aesthetics, but it also takes a lot of heat that is happening in the roof. And the surprise is that our house is totally built out of shipping containers and is cladded with an insulation and a gypsum cladding. And for the future, this roof can be used not only as a garden terrace, but you can add another container, just how we put the logo bricks, in order to have a second and a third floor, which really enhances the idea of sustainability. Moving on to the solar panels.
We installed 36 million Bahraini solar panels and made this structure and louvers in a way to catch the north cold wind and direct it toward the solar panel. And the solar panels are shading the roof of the house to decrease the consumption of the air conditioners. And also, you can use the area under the solar panels as storage.
Welcome back. To speak more about this national achievement, we're joined here in the studio by the Go Smart Team's project manager, Donald Maouda, member of the solar and electrical team, Ruqayya Mustafa, and the member of the communication team, Nasreen Usama. Well, good evening, team. How are you?
Good evening.
We're good, thank you.
I am super excited. I am genuinely interested and so proud to be here today.
Thank you for having us.
Swear to God, it's like everybody here is like over 9,000 with IQ. And I'm like, how am I going to interview amazing, smart girls that I can even barely pronounce certain of the things you worked on?
Thank you.
It is amazing, you know, the achievements, the accomplishments you've been doing, and it's just unbelievable. Not one, but two, but many awards. So Nasreen, tell us more about that.
Well, our team won third place in SDME 2021 and first place in the Creative Solutions contest, and also we got second place in Communications contest and Comfort Conditions contest.
Wow.
And Energy Management contest and Mobility also as well. Also, we got the People's Choice Award, and we got appreciated in both BIPV and Sustainability contest.
Wow, wow, and the list goes on. And for being an amazing team as well, award for yourselves, definitely.
Yeah.
Amazing, beautiful.
you.
Not one, but two, but you came back home with a bag of awards. This must be an amazing feeling, right?
Yeah, we're really happy about that.
I love that, I love that. So now with all that being said, let's shift to the design of the solar house and all that been going on over there. What's there?
So what's special about our design is that, first of all, the construction, design, and the cost itself. So first, us as students, Bahrain University of Bahrain students and graduates, we designed and built the house completely from scratch. And the thing about it, we designed it, and then we moved to the construction phase, and finally the final result is showing off, and it's over there in Solar High in Dubai. So Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum Park. So the house is designed to revive the contemporary courtyard house. So the house design is to bring back the contemporary courtyard house, where we made it sustainable, innovative, and environmentally friendly. And the house itself is made from reused shipping containers. And the thing about that, it's modular and flexible at the same time, where you could add, if needed, like depending on your need, an extra floor, or you can stay as it is. And the thing about it is that we implemented the exterior and interior design through passive design strategies, and also implemented the solar panels to the design structure in order to serve the aesthetic and as well as the functionality of the house itself.
Wow, wow. Should I send you a check or a benefit pay? Because I want to reserve a house right now.
We can plan that and do it for you.
Please, like I think, you know, nothing wrong with the house we've been living in, but the way she talked about the house, I'm like, I want that.
And most importantly, it's smart and innovative as well.
Love it, love it. That was amazing. So now to Ruqayya, a lot been taking place with the final phase, the final frontier. What happened over there?
Yeah, so we started building the house. We started with preparing a lot of drawings and plans, such as architectural, electrical, and also IT for smart solution and devices, and so many other drawings for the house made by us as a student. And then we started the construction phase in Bahrain. We start cutting the containers, we start putting the insulation material, extending electrical pipes and wires, and so many other works. And also we built the house in a way to easily disassemble and reassemble it again there in Dubai. It took approximately 2 months for us to start working in the construction phase here in Bahrain. A lot of hard work from us as a student, and we learned a lot from each other. We started working, regardless of our majors, we start working together and learned from each other. And then there in Dubai, we rebuilt the house again. We joined the containers together, and then we start working, finishing the whole exterior and interior work.
Wow.
And then
Like, you know, the house is made there in Dubai. We finished all the work in time period between 15 days.
Wow.
So this really proved that the Bahraini students, that they can build a house, they can build the Bahrain also.
Amazing, amazing. I can get a house in 15 days. I love that. Benefit pay? I can send it to you right now. It's installments, no interest fees, right?
Well, I didn't mention that the house itself is it's cost efficient with a
Amazing.
total cost of 50,000 BD.
Please don't say this to me. 50K
50, yeah.
for a smart house built by Bahrainis
Yeah.
in 15 days. I love this. I love this. So, I mean, apparently, you know, with the university, there's a lot of support going on as well for the project like this. Tell us more about the support.
Yeah, so the university really supported us a lot in Bahrain and also in Dubai. They supported us in different aspects. The main financial support was from NBB. They really believed on our initiating sustainable house, and also the solar panels, as we really in order to support the Bahraini product, we used made in Bahraini solar panels to the house, and this solar system was sponsored by Solar Tech company. And we got a lot of positive responses and engagement from different companies in different sections.
Amazing.
And also, we really want to mention all the companies that really supported us, but you can find them in our social media account.
All right. We're going to follow you definitely on social media, you know, keeping up with all the updates, what's happening and all of that. Now, of course, with the media, it plays a huge role in the project, right? A lot of work, a lot of updates, a lot of articles and talks and content. Tell us more about that.
We had conducted several competitions on our Instagram, and also to raise awareness about SDME 2021. We had conducted also live sessions with previous winners of the last edition of the competition. Also interviews with our sponsors as well.
I mean, so you had talks with the interviews and with the sponsors and all the content all together. That must be a lot of work.
Yeah, we got it all.
Amazing, amazing. So what was the engagement? How was their reception, the reaction?
Well, we made animated educational videos, short videos.
Wow.
And also we covered like
so from the animation, all the videos, all that together, explaining what's happening and the coverage of the house itself.
We made also video covering all stages, different stages of the competition as well. And this resulted as we had more than 1,500 followers in only a few months on Instagram.
15,000 followers in only a few months. You're gonna reach the millions on TikTok, on Instagram, YouTube. You know it's gonna happen, right? I am sure of that. How was the exposure?
It was great. We wouldn't done this before without the great team.
Amazing. You have an amazing team.
Thank
Definitely.
you.
You've been doing a great job with the communication. I know it's a lot of work to keep all the content together and just keep it flowing with all the updates. Must be a lot of work. So hats off to you, that's for sure.
Thank
Definitely.
you.
Amazing
Thank
job, Nasreen. So now to the future.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
So our future plans are to showcase the house at the University of Bahrain campus, and we're planning to have it available for future researches as well as studies. And also we're planning to participate in the international competition that is coming soon, hopefully, inshallah.
So how can we help you?
You can follow our social media accounts, as well as you can have a look at all our like the whole competition phase as well as the construction phase.
Amazing. I mean, I'm gonna see what's happening, you know, with the construction phase. How can we help you? Whether it's financially benefit? Reserve a house maybe for the future. It's like, I want a Go Smart house, please. Yeah, I want it pretty much next to
I
Bahrain
bet that
Bay.
we all can do that for you, of
Let's
course.
go, 15 days, right?
Yeah, Go Smart.
I love that, I love that. I could be like, you know, even on Instagram, I can be the guy with the first key, like, you know?
I like this.
I would love that. Nasreen would be on the sides like, yeah. I love this. So any last words, you know, celebrating the Bahrain National Day?
Happy National Day, and we're glad to be the only representatives of Bahrain, and we're all proud to reach to that level.
Amazing. And we are super proud of you. Bahrain is proud of you. Actually, pretty much the Arab world is proud of you.
Thank you so much for your
Thank you so
support.
much.
Definitely. Thank you so much for taking this leap and believing in yourselves and taking this project and making it happen. This will change things in Bahrain. So the future of Bahrain is thanking you right now. It's like, thank you, Go Smart. We're pleased, we're proud, we're honored to have you with us here on Bahrain Now. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
It's a pleasure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Go Smart team, the pride of Bahrain with this amazing national achievement. Do give them all the support that you can by following their social media account as we had this amazing talk right here on Bahrain Now.
Nine-times World Rally champion Sebastian Loeb believes that thorough testing in the UAE this week at the wheel of a car powered by a new sustainable fuel can boost his challenge for a first Dakar victory next month. The world's most successful rally driver and his Bahrain Raid Extreme BRX teammates Nani Roma and Orlando Terranova have been taking part in a second wave of tests in the Emirates at the wheel the Hunter T1 Plus.
Why are we testing here? Because it's an easy country to have the authorization to test, and they love motorsport here, and it's a good area to practice the navigation because it's a bit of everything, some dunes, some tracks, a bit of everything. So that's what we need. We need to do some kilometers to prepare Dakar, and so it's for that we are here. Our ambition is to do as well as possible. We know Dakar is always a tricky rally because you need to be able to put everything together, like a good driving, a good navigation, to have a strong car, to avoid the mistakes in the driving and navigation. So it's always difficult, but for sure the goal is to be performant and to be fighting in the front. So the absolute goal would be to win the Dakar, but this is difficult to predict. I think it's important today to do some step to improve the climate change, and so this is one of the steps we can do. At the moment, Dakar is, you cannot do Dakar with an electric car. It's too long, it's too much, and so to do this step to sustainable fuel, I think is the best we can do at the moment.
Roma and his co-driver Alex Harrow had previously spent 5 days in the Al Quwain testing the Hunter T1 Plus, which uses fuel that reduces greenhouse gas emissions by 80% compared to petrol. The fuel is made from Generation 2 biofuel manufactured from agricultural waste and e-fuels created from carbon capture, and will be used in the 3 BRX cars at the 2022 Dakar, which starts on January 1st in Saudi Arabia.
The first, target is to finalize the race. Last year or this year was a bad experience. Too many technical problems, and a year with the COVID was difficult. And in the second step, to be competitive, I think that the new car is incredible. It's very easy to drive. You feel confident and you feel, the speed, but also safety. It's very nice. They made a nice job, technical, and to build this car. And if also as a team we can make, the first position, it will be incredible, result. I think that, to use this new fuel that helps to keep the emission down and to improve some steps for being more ecological is great, it's incredible. And also the performance, it's a mix of save the planet, and also performance, and I am very happy with that. This country is great for test, and the landscape and dunes and these kinds of terrain and roads. And also with a lot of facilities, the airport is nice, and if you have time to visit the mall and the buildings and the places, is magical, and they are in the 50th century, so anniversary is great, and it's safe also. I think that is one of the best options here in this region.
BRX believes the most demanding motor race in the world can demonstrate that such fuels can be used as an alternative to petrol and diesel in road transport and immediately make a contribution to fighting climate change.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've made it to the finish line. A huge thank you to all of our guests for joining us tonight, and another huge thank you to all of you watching us at home. As always, be sure to reach out to us on our social media accounts shown below. We love hearing from you. This was Bara Abdallah. Till next time, Bahrain, happy National Day, goodbye, and God bless.